put sugar in my gas tank,
Allegedly.
tracked my car, put a phone to record me in my car.
Okay.
And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you. Like, because I was so scared of him being crazy. Like, this.
What? See? Oh my God. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, am I the only person hearing what I just heard, what she just said? She's scared, but she says she's saying stuff to antagonize him. Yeah, I cheated on you. Now, a guy like him, just picture him. Imagine if you thought he was abusive. Like, okay, now we about to pull the picture up. Would you want this guy to antagonize, to maybe do something to you? Clearly, he didn't do nothing. He never put his hands on her in any way, shape, form, or fashion because she never said that he did. But she keeps talking about abuse. But what abuse? There was no abuse. So why would you antagonize and say she just admitted it in the court of law that I was saying? She said he was putting. None of this is illegal. It's not illegal to be insecure, first and foremost. So let's just say he did think you were cheating and put a phone in your phone to record you allegedly saying stuff. You just admitted that you were giving him a reason to think it. Stupid idiot. You just admitted to all of us, we heard you right now, say you were saying stuff to him to make him think it. We know him. We know Aaron. He's a matter of fact dude. So if he's talking to you and you're saying, yeah, I'm cheating, he's going to think that you're cheating. So why wouldn't he call you a cheater? You said he accused you of cheating at the very beginning of the video. You tried to act like he was crazy for accusing you of cheating, but now you're saying that you were admitting to the cheating. That's not a way to get out of somebody's insecurities and an overthinker, to admit to the stuff that they're making up in their mind. And it's crazy. No intro. I don't even got to change my background. The last video I did was a reaction to Pop the Balloon, and now we back talking about it. We're back. We're back. And at first, I would have had a whole bunch of different stuff to say about this, but now I've done a little bit more research, and we actually doing the research on the spot right now, too. So, all this clout chasing got me fired from work. This is the guy, Aaron. This is the you not qualified queen. He got fired from his job plumbing. Now, we've done some investigating at what all this clout chasing actually means. Now, at first I'm like, yo, what did he do to get fired from work? Like, why would he get fired from his job? But it's connected to TikTok. And that's all you need to know. TikTok is what I have named the most childish place to be an adult. So it's connected to the evil women of TikTok. That's why. So it doesn't have to make any sense. And he couldn't have had to do anything wrong. He could have got his hair braided. It's the same thing like the dude that got his hair braided. He's black, so that's all it took. But meanwhile, Cynthia G could get out here and say that people need to abort their black babies, and nothing happens to her. Well, something did happen to her. She got her channel taken down, but it wasn't for that. So, but people aren't outraged about that type of stuff. But a man can just tell somebody not qualified to date him, and maybe it's whatever else, because people saying that it's connected to whatever the girl was talking about, which we'll get to it because I got the videos. So about to see. We said, man, I really love plumbing. I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me. Y'all are sick. They called the company 500 times and messing up business. Now, here's the issue here. Like I said before, you can get in trouble in this era for something that you say faster than something that you do. All people have is words and clout, and they the cancel culture is dangerous, especially because people feign offense of things that ain't even connected to them. Like, you ain't even really offended. You just bored with nothing to do and want to just call because somebody else called. Like, why would you call somebody stuff 500 times over you're not qualified queen? Makes no sense. But it doesn't have to make sense. Like I said, it's TikTok. So we're gonna get to what she said. You know, I really have a lot to say about this, but I wanna reserve a lot of my comments until I hear what she had to say because somebody connected it to what she said. So I want to know how that's even humanly possible because what does I just want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have a lot to say about this though. Just the idea of it and because like okay, because if you watch my stuff and you watch me react to it, I've done damn near all the shows. I probably missed like two of them. Um I always show Arlette the utmost respect. I ain't never said nothing bad about her, like ever. You know, I like her content. I like her style. I like her vibe. So this ain't connected to her. This not her fan base that did this. You know what I'm saying? So it's no shade to her in any way. Still, you know what I'm saying? This is not her fan base. This is TikTok, and they're evil. So they nothing is surprising about them women. You know, so now that he got so now it kind of makes sense to me. But let's pull up what happened. Let's see. Let's look.
Let's go ahead and talk about part one of Watch Who the Fuck You Date. So his name is Aaron. Aaron is my ex. We dated for a few months and it didn't last very long. And let me tell you why. He
Hold on.
like insane. It's like he has that little person talking to him in the corner of
Wait, stop. She started it off by this is part one of Watch Who the Fuck You Date. Check this out. Everybody still got these who did I marry stories of not knowing people who they dated, huh? Y'all need to do a better job. But then when people say pick, never mind, go off.
his shoulder at all times. Like he's making up constant stories in his head about like that I'm cheating on him, that he's got to watch his back, that I have guys in my apartment at all times, and that I'm cheating while I'm at work. When I work
Oh, so you the promiscuous that he kept bringing up, huh? Okay.
in a clinic full of women, by the way. So let's take it back to the beginning. So again, we met. I lived in Arizona. He lived in New Mexico,
What
and
did
he
you
said,
say?
"Oh, I have a friend that have
What did
guys in
you
my
say?
apartment at all times." Like insane. It's like he has that little person talking to him in the corner of his shoulder at all times. Like he's making up constant stories in his head about like that I'm
Who diagnosed you to who qualified you to diagnose him in that fashion? To say he's got voices in his head. That's alleged.
cheating on him, that he's got to watch his back, that I have guys in my apartment at all times, and that I'm cheating while I'm at work. When I work in a clinic full of women, by the way. So let's take it back to the beginning.
What's that got to do with anything? Huh? Just because you work in a clinic full of women don't mean y'all don't cheat with each other and bring little roses and don't get me started. Y'all can cheat.
So again, we met. I lived in Arizona. He lived in New Mexico, and he said, "Oh, I have a friend that lives in Arizona." I was actually just there. I was like, "Oh, dang. Well, whenever you're down here again, let's grab dinner or whatever." He's like,
Mm-hmm.
"All right." He ended up coming, and his plan was to end up moving to Arizona anyway with his friend, right? He ended up at my house so much anyway that I was just kind of like, I mean, you kind of already live here. His clothes was there, everything. So
So you wanted him to stay there. Okay. Let's put the blanks where they need to go. You moved him in. You wanted him to live with you. Okay, cool. So you let him live with you because you wanted him to.
I was like, fuck it, just, that was my mistake. So my mom ends up making dinners for us all the time. We're Mexican. We make huge dinners. And the first time he went, he met the family and everything was cool. But when we left, my mom called me and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "What do you mean, am I okay?" She said, "Well, I see something in his eye like he wants to hurt you or like he wants to control you. I don't
No. So your mom is reaching like you. Yeah, you were okay, and your mom was just reaching like you was reaching with this the voices in his head. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Your mom sees something in his eye, and you see something in his head. Y'all just like to reach a lot. I get it.
know how to tell you because I don't want you to think that I'm crazy, but I'm just telling you to be careful and really think about if this is the guy that you really want to be with."
All
And
right,
I was
did
like,
you?
"Well, I mean, it kind of is already in motion, it's already happening." So then my mom invites us over for dinner again. I think it was the next day, and we play loteria. And I guess he was just like, no, I don't want to go. Like he started little by little, kind of not wanting to be around my family. And I don't know if he noticed that my family didn't really like approve of him or whatever.
And let's not say the word, but it could have been that. They could have been that. You're talking about something in it. They could have made up a reason because he was something that they just didn't like in general. Let's start there. It could be that. We're not going to go there, but we're there already. I'm just not going to say it, but it's a word. It starts with R. They could be that.
I'm not too sure. But anyway,
Yeah. You know.
that was a red flag number one. It's kind of like he was already trying to distance me from my own family, you know?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. You just said what happened. You telling on yourself. They didn't like him, and he picked up on the vibe, so he didn't want to go around people who didn't like him. He not no dummy. We listened to him talk. He's very matter of fact. So if you don't like him, he gonna pick up on it because how he talked. So they didn't like him. Your mom said she didn't like him. He probably didn't like her either. She wasn't qualified, queen. So your mom didn't like him, and he didn't like your mom, so he didn't want to go around your family. It's perfectly normal.
Like the only protection that I have had is from my family, and he was trying to move me away. So when I first started talking to him, I was talking to other people, as in I had a lot of guy friends. And I don't hang out with too many girls because sometimes it can get overwhelming and a lot of drama can start. So they would still text my phone, and of course I talked to somebody else before I met him too. It kind of just ended up going in the direction with Aaron.
Yeah,
and so they would text my phone, and he would check my phone every few hours. Every time a vibration would go off, every time I'd get a notification, he's looking at me like he wants to like literally do something to me. I don't know what was going on. It's just that look in his eyes, and you guys know because you have seen that look in the Pop the Balloon game. Like this video that went viral.
Don't nobody want to hear about no look if he ain't did nothing. So we gonna go to part 2 and 3. If he ain't did nothing, we don't care about no look. Stop with all that look shit. No, ain't no look. What happened? Nothing happened? What happened? We're gonna go into part 2. And so if something happened, then something happened. But a look is not, no, ain't no look.
So he starts checking my phone every few hours. He starts to track my location.
But not to gaslight you. We did see the look. He was looking when people was popping the balloons. He was looking back like who he was doing the Ike Turner meme when people was looking back. So yes, we did see the look, but that ain't nothing to get somebody fired from their job for, and for you to be clout chasing. You're the clout chase that he was talking about. For the record, this video right here, well, the last one, this video got 1 million views. So you're the clout chase.
I gave him my location on my phone because I was like, I have nothing to hide, right? And I'm always either at work with him at home or with my family.
Okay.
So go ahead and go to part 2.
We will, because we ain't heard nothing wise people calling this job yet.
Watch Who You Date. We're talking about Aaron, the guy that went viral on Pop the Balloon.
And we also talking about you, because if it's Watch Who You Date, then we're talking about you, not just Aaron. Why did you make all these mistakes? You're saying moving some guy in and all this look in his eye mess. What happened?
Game. So anyways, he starts to distance me from my family. He starts to track me. I give him my location because I had nothing to hide. Every time I would walk,
he didn't distance you from your family. He distanced himself from your family. You just said all you did was work, be with him or with your family. So he wasn't distancing you from your family. He was distancing himself from his family, and you were stuck up under him.
By the window, my location would show that I was outside. So he'd call me like, what are you doing outside? Who are you messing with at work? Why aren't you working? Like that controlling, right? Then he starts doing pop-ups at my job, and it got so bad because he would show up in his work truck while he's supposed to be at work at my job that my supervisor had to keep watching me. We had to basically everybody had to walk me to my car.
Is this true, Aaron? Did you doing pop-ups?
Car after work to make sure that I made it. And the girls
she capped now.
Text me, hey,
now she
did
capped.
you make it? Again.
Now she capped. Now she capped. And the one know why she capped? She's talking about somebody had to walk her to her car to make sure she made it to get safe from somebody that she lives with. Stop playing with me. I'm not these women on your TikTok. What? Make sure you made it safe from what? From where? So you can get in your car and go home to get to the person that they're trying to make you safe from? You're lying now. See, okay, now you want to play games. Why are you doing this? What happened? Tell us what happened.
Again, it's a clinic full of girls. So that was a red flag number 2. And then
You
one time
lying.
I walked outside to the cafeteria and he calls me and he's like,
If he did, he shouldn't have been popping up out of suspicion and jealousy. But what did he do? Did he just pop up and just was in a work truck? Did he say something to the boss? Did he make a scene? Did he do anything? Or did he just pop up at a work truck? Because you didn't say any time that he did anything or nothing happened. So, okay, it's a red flag, but it ain't. It's a slight. It's half mass. How do they do it? It's a red flag, but it's at half mass, half staff. It ain't a full red flag. It's like it's got different colors in it.
how did I know you were outside? So that in my head was like, circles are already turning. I go to my car to see if he put a tracker because he is
But
capable
it's
of doing
giving
some shit like
controlling
that.
though,
And I
Aaron.
couldn't find anything. And then he pops up at my job like, don't break up with me, don't do this, like, I'll change. I thought I was going to catch you doing something. And I was like, how did you know I was outside, right? He said, I put my extra phone tracking you in your car and I left it on record because I was expecting to record you doing something, as in cheating on me or like messing around in your car. And I was like,
All right, Aaron, you got a little bit too much time on your hands to just be wrong and suspicious over nothing.
I was done. After that, I was completely done. I said, get your stuff, get out of my house, and come bring me my key. And he was like, no, I'm going to change. Whatever. I went home. He was still there. He was like, let's try to work it out. I was like,
You worked
you
it
know, he
out.
already lives with me. He moved here, like, whatever.
No.
And then
Stop trying to justify everything that happened with you. You said you was done. And then he said, I'm gonna change. And you said, oh, he already lives with me. So what? You was done. If that's the case, nobody will ever break up with anybody that they live with. If they use your logic. If they use your logic, nobody will ever break up with anybody that they live with because it's like, yo, they already live with me. No, get your ass out. Who do you think you could only pull this off on them stupid people on your TikTok? Not me, ever, never.
I was going to do it so bad. And then he went to go get coffee for me or something from Starbucks. And he was like, something's wrong with your car. And I was like, what do you mean something's wrong with my car? He's like, yeah, it started to act weird. And I was like, okay, hold on right there. My car, I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger. It's been perfectly fine. I kept up with the oil. I don't understand. All of a sudden you're driving it and something's wrong with it. Go to part 3.
So far, in parts, nothing has happened at all that he should have got fired or people calling or anything of the above. Nothing.
I'm going to post about
Maybe
Aaron,
the controlling part, acting controlling. But what does that have to do with him? He's controlling. That doesn't mean he needs to get fired from his job. He's controlling. What the fuck? Don't date him if that's the case. That has nothing to do with his work and job.
buff guy from Pop the Balloon Game and Watch Who the Fuck You Date. So, he was like, yeah, your car's acting funny. I was like, no. At that point, I was like, already get out of my house. Like, I don't want you here. You ain't paid one bill. You put $20 a light.
No, you never said any of that. You said, oh, he already lives with me, so might as well stay. So you mean at that point you was done? You were
One
never done.
time, and maybe you spent like $30 on groceries because I was gonna cook dinner one time. But my mama always told me, do not allow a man to come into your home and pay any bills because then he's gonna feel like he has the right to either stay there or like, oh, I paid the rent, I live here too. But in all reality, everything that I have.
Was that horrible advice from her mom? Yes. See, y'all know y'all don't be paying. Y'all fake as hell on these apps, especially TikTok. So her mom made up the story about seeing something in his eye that nothing happened. Then now her mom gave her this bold advice about not having somebody pay bills because they'll feel like they're controlling. So always pay your own bills, even if he lives with you. You're goofy. Her mom enabled her to be a victim and somebody who's gonna get to. What type of advice from your mother? Where is she at? Somebody else, anybody need a place to stay? You can just go live with her. And you're not going to have to pay no bills because her mom taught her that if a man live with her, he don't have to pay no bills because then he'll feel like he's controlling. What you mean? Everybody arguing about 50-50. Y'all need to meet a girl like her. You just move in. You don't have to pay no bills because her mom told her that men shouldn't pay bills. What the fuck? Y'all crazy.
Had gotten was mine, and I didn't allow him any part of that. So I was like, all right, get out, whatever. He leaves. He still tried to contact me. I was like, no, get out. I grabbed my car. I went to my mom's house because I didn't want him to try to come back and to try to convince me. And that's
you went to your mom's house because you didn't want him to come back and try to convince you. So basically, you was gonna get convinced. You one of them people that I don't want to see him because I'll just fall for it. We know your type. So all right.
what brings to like my mind all the time. Like you guys tell people in abusive relationships all the time, like you need to leave. You need
Wait
to
a minute. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're 3 parts in. I haven't heard about no abuse. What abuse? What abuse? Him calling your phone and seeing him checking your phone and messages and saying you was cheating? What abuse? Where was the abuse at? Hold on. Where? We didn't hear about any abuse. Don't try to talk to people in abusive relationships. They don't want to listen to your story like you went through what they went through. This ain't that. What are you talking about?
leave, thinking that it's easy for these women to leave, and it's not. Like, yeah, they've gotten hurt or whatever, but these women are completely head over heels in love with these men, so it's not easy to leave. So
And I understand that, but at the same time, that's why they don't need to be having conversations online with men about protection because they're basically enabling the people that they want protection from. So, but I shouldn't even be having this conversation with you because you weren't actually in an abusive relationship because you're telling this whole story and there's been no abuse, but just for the people who have, I'll talk to them. People, men, other men be like, oh, y'all need to protect women. But it's like, okay, we'll protect women. Like, and it's always, why didn't you break that fight up? Okay, cool. We break the fight up that we can see. But what about when you get home and y'all fight and then, but you stay with them? So how can we protect you from that? We can't. So why are we having a conversation with you? Y'all just need to have the conversation with each other. Like that should be one. Protecting women should be one of them. Don't talk to women conversations if that's the case. Because what else?
I did what I thought was best. So I went to my mom's house right after, and he's calling me like, dang, you're already at somebody else's house. You're already cheating on me. I was like, whatever. And on my way to my mom's, I start to feel that my car is starting to shake. I'm like, dang, like, what is it? I took it to 2 different mechanics. They were like, it was the spark plugs, the ignition coils. I fixed that. And then I went to another mechanic because it started to shake again. And supposedly it was the same thing. They fixed that again. So I went to a third mechanic and he's like, I think they might have put sugar in your gas tank, but I would need to take out the gas tank to make sure. And I was like, no, I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that.
Sounds like your mechanics was trying to get down on you because you was a woman. If you ask me, why are you trying to blame Aaron?
Whatever. So I couldn't find what was wrong with it. At this point, I had moved out already because I was so scared. My mom had let me borrow money because I needed to move out before my lease was up, so he didn't know where I lived.
So scared of what? So scared of what? Why are you scared? Scared of what? Scared of what? Tell us what you're scared of. What happened? What did he do? He didn't do anything. You haven't told us about anything he did other than accuse you of cheating. What's so horrible about accusing you of cheating? Come on now. I haven't heard anything. We three videos in, man.
So at this point, I went and got a new car. I went to the dealership and I got a new car. I changed my car. And when I asked him, hey, did you ever find out what was wrong with my Challenger? He said, yes, there was sugar in the gas tank. So this man that claims to be very godly and
wait a minute. Are you about to allege this? Let me stop you as your free legal counsel. Are you about to allege that he did it with no proof in this world? Why would he do it? And when he was driving the car, you fool. He was actually driving it. So what would be the what good does he get out of that? What does he get out of that? What's he get out of that? What's he get out of putting in your gas tank? A car that he was driving. What's it make sense? Come on now.
And studies the Bible and, practices this religion, put sugar in my gas tank,
Allegedly.
tracked my car, put a phone to record me in my car.
Okay.
And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you. Like, because I was so scared of him being crazy. Like, this.
What? See? Oh my God. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, am I the only person hearing what I just heard, what she just said? She's scared, but she said she's saying stuff to antagonize him. Yeah, I cheated on you. Now, a guy like him, just picture him. Imagine if you thought he was abusive. Like, okay, now we about to pull the picture up. Would you want this guy to antagonize, to maybe do something to you? Clearly, he didn't do nothing. He never put his hands on her in any way, shape, form, or fashion because she never said that he did. But she keeps talking about abuse. But what abuse? There was no abuse. So why would you antagonize and say she just admitted it in the court of law that I was saying? She said he was putting. None of this is illegal. It's not illegal to be insecure, first and foremost. So let's just say he did think you were cheating and put a phone in your phone to record you allegedly saying stuff. You just admitted that you were giving him a reason to think it. Stupid idiot. You just admitted to all of us, we heard you right now, say you were saying stuff to him to make him think it. We know him. We know Aaron. He's a matter of fact dude. So if he's talking to you and you're saying, yeah, I'm cheating, he's going to think that you're cheating. So why wouldn't he call you a cheater? You said he accused you of cheating at the very beginning of the video. You tried to act like he was crazy for accusing you of cheating, but now you're saying that you were admitting to the cheating. That's not a way to get out of somebody's insecurities and an overthinker, to admit to the stuff that they're making up in their mind. You're going to confirm their stupidity. And now you're making it. Oh my God, we got to replay her say that. I know she didn't just say it. I'm hearing stuff.
This guy has a record.
I'm hearing voices.
You guys don't know that. Sugar in my gas tank, tracked my car.
She didn't say that.
Put a phone to record me in my car. And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you. Like, because I was so scared of him.
I'm going to antagonize you to maybe possibly do some shit because I'm scared. That's a dangerous game that this woman is playing. We all know the statistics, and it's a lot of it because it's a lot of irrational men that don't know how to handle their emotions in little situations like this. And so why put yourself in a situation like that, but then say that you're scared? You're lying. You're not scared. You weren't scared.
Being crazy. Like, this guy has a record. You guys don't know that. You guys really need to be careful who you make famous on this app. I don't want to say anything else because I feel like I already opened up a big can of worms. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them, but I don't want to make this any more parts.
So first of all, this lady that's the clout chasing that he's talking about. All this clout chasing got me fired for work. So now somebody answer the question for me. What did he say or do in that video that's worth getting fired from your job? Is being insecure worth getting fired from your job? Let's go with her words and say, because no abuse happened. She didn't say anything about it. So if she did, it ain't like we'd sit and condone it. We would hold him accountable. But no abuse happened. So let's go with her words of what did happen. He's insecure, but now we can't even call him insecure. My bad. I got to take the words back. We got to apologize for calling him insecure. If you are telling him that you're doing the stuff that he's accusing you of doing. Okay, we're not going to condone nobody being crazy, but and accusing you of doing stuff, but we are going to tell you to constantly keep denying it. Just because they're constantly making up stuff, you know to constantly deny it. And there's no proof and they're trying to find proof and there isn't any? Come on now. I don't even get it. I don't even understand that. But it just goes to show you there's a lot about. See, like I said, I had a whole thing about. Like I said, I thought it was Arlette fans, but it's like it couldn't be her fans. Her fans is with the drama, but it wasn't even no drama. So I was gonna re-review his video and say, you know, what did he say? But it ain't even about what he said. It's about the fact that women on TikTok got involved. A video about him got 1 million views. And then the woman mentioned abuse, but never was no abuse. So what was we talking about? Talking about she was scared. Of what? She was talking about being scared, but then kept talking about conversations she was having with him and him being around. Like, you wasn't scared. You're a liar. So y'all went with it. Y'all went for it. It's really kind of unfortunate that this is the era that we live in. Another black man bites the dust at the hands of women on TikTok. The evil rather go to the woods with the bear women of TikTok. They strike again. When will it end, man?